Hello again. So today I would like to start a new feature. It will be called logger. So right now it's a work in progress name. What's the point of this feature? So I would like to log all of the actions that you do in my game. For example, when you dispatch, when you unlock a city, when you trade. Yeah. So for example, I bought 20 fish and so on. So I would like to trace everything, and let's say you sold 10,000 fish. I would like to give you an achievement like fish seller, fisherman, or something like this. And I would like to have lots of different achievements, and it will be one of the game goals to achieve everything. For example, unlock all of the eastern or south towns, unlock, for example, these far east towns, yeah, Rilsk and Kursk. Be a, for example, gun seller, be a cannon provider, and so on and so on. And to do this, I need to trace all of the actions. For example, when you manufacture something, when you build it, I need a central place to store all of this data. Yeah, and again, this is not scripted. I just started, like I talk, I start doing this feature. And the very first one, I think that would be the simplest, is to trace all of these trading actions. Yeah, for example, when you trade, when you buy, I'm not interested in selling. Yeah, let's only trace buy action. And we are lucky, yeah, because city, it has different events. It does not have anything like sold or bought. Sold, no. Sell resource, yeah, there is, you see, a method. What does it emit? Company remove money. It does not emit anything, yeah, because it is done, I think, inside the stock class. Yeah, so yeah, remove source. Yeah, you see there is changes. Changes is behavior subject of dynamic type, so anything can be put there. So this is a stream controller, yeah, let's say, let's simplify it, and I add some messages to it, and somebody can listen to it, and this is a good place, for example, yeah, city stock, when we know that something was sold. Let's convert this behavior subject from dynamic to something more usable for us. It will be called enum stock events. What do we have? Buy, sell, yeah, let's have it like this, buy and sell. That's everything actually you can do with stocks. Yeah, you can only buy and sell. Now this will be of type stock events, and I think now I got some errors, yeah. And I also need to know what resource was sold, not just, yeah, something abstract was sold or bought. Yeah, so stock events, and enum, that will be not enough, it will be type def. Oh, nice, you see, it's good to be on a cutting edge, on a Flutter master. You see, it's Flutter 2.4, yeah, something pre-release, and it will be type def. How do I name it? Stock event. Let me name it like this. How do I announce it? I have no idea. Let's try. What I like, for what I like Dart, I can just guess the syntax, and it's always correct. That's a miracle. Yeah, stock events, and the payload will be, payload is always a resource. Oh, nice. Did it compile? Let me check. Yeah, good. Now what I can do, for example, when we add a resource, yeah, when I sell from my wagon to the city, I emit a resource. Yeah, what it will be? It will be buy sell. It will be add resource. Yeah, let me use the same domain specific language, add remove. Yeah, when we add stock, what do we emit? We emit tuple. It will be stock events dot add. Payload will be resource. Okay, good. What doesn't it like? Can't be assigned to parameter stock events. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, stock event. I need to change. Yeah, I changed the type of behavior subject to be of this stock events dot add, changes add, and here I remove it. So let me remove this tuple. I like tuples. I use them almost every day. Add, and what should I remove? Resource. Yeah, so there are some conditions that I check if I can actually sell from this stock, yeah, if I have enough stock to sell. And that's all, yeah. So it compiled, good. And yeah, as this will be listened by somebody, I need to, and all of these objects are passed by reference. Somebody can get this resource and actually do something bad to it. So what I need to do, I need to implement a clone method, yeah. So resource, in order to unlink these references, clone, return. I already have, you see, this clone with amount, and amount will be amount, yeah. So nice. And now let me return back. Where do I add these changes? Tuple, resource, clone, yeah. To be safe that somebody does not mutate this resource. For example, they can change an amount, and somewhere in my logger this amount will be also changed. But if I unlink it with this clone method and resource dot clone, okay, that's good. Now, so we prepared the logic for the stock. Now let's go to company. Remember, company is my central object and class that does everything. And I think it listens to some stock events. No. It should listen to all events from all cities. Let me have all cities. Yes, you see there is all cities. So each of these rectangle you see here, it's all cities. It's of instance city. It knows the point on a map, localization key, if it's unlocked, size, how many wagons are stationed, which, and so on and so on. You can watch my previous videos. I talked about it. And what I now need to listen, I need a central place to listen to everything, and I think the constructor is a good place here. So let me, yeah, all cities, they're initialized here for each. Yeah, I need to add a listener, yeah, city dot stock dot changes dot listen. And let me provide a listener, boom, 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 city stock listener. And let me enhance it, yes, so it will be an event. What I will pass which city did it and what event, yeah, city stock listener. How do I create method? Let's go to it. Nice, it will be void, yes, that's correct. It even set the correct types for this. Nice. For now, city, this is not needed, but yeah, let's have it. Because the listener is the same for all of the cities. And what I would like to do is to city stock listener. I need to listen only to events when something is removed from a city stock. It means I bought something. So I took this resource from the city stock and put it into my wagon. Okay. If event equals city, not city, but stock events dot remove. Let's actually have it in negative. If it's not remove, then return. Yeah, I don't care I don't process it. I could do, I could filter it here. Yeah, but yeah, maybe in future I will also listen to the events to, when I sell something to the city. But for now, I check only this. And let's print event.item2. Yeah, item2, remember, why does not it tell me city stock event? Yes, there is city stock event. Strange, it does not tell me the type. Okay. Yeah, let me add something more. City sold event.item2.localized key with amount. Yeah, just for debugging, let's check what I put here. Item event.item2.amount. Is it dynamic? It knows that it is integer, and it can show the correct place in my type structure. Yeah, but you see item2 is t2. Okay, city stock event, and here it is also no, maybe that's the problem with the Dart. Okay, so let's go and check. I think I have to restart my game, yeah, because all of these listeners there. And let me actually put something here. So let me go to Siege. Let me actually buy something. Again, by buying, let's go to trade menu. Buying to a vegan means I remove the resource from a city stock. No, it doesn't want to listen. Yeah, what's happening? Debug console. City stock listener. City stock changes. Okay, let's go to stock. Remove resource if current blah blah blah. Let me actually do it only when we changes.add. Okay, and by the way, do I close? Yeah, changes.close. I close this stream. Okay, that's strange. Why does not it? Yeah, let me. Sometimes it gets disconnected from the runtime on a Linux, and actually on these underpowered PCs like I have. I have pretty old laptop. Yeah, let's try it again. Remove resource. It should do it. And who calls it? Yeah, let me check. Company from vegan. Remove stock. Donate. City. I don't need inspector. City cancel. City stock remove. Yeah, company remove money. Let me place a breakpoint here as well. So let me resize it. Switch to English for your convenience. Yeah, so Siege, central place in my game. Okay, let's go to company, trade, food, buy. Okay, cancel. Let's go inside. Can I sell it? Yes, I can. Stock remove. Stock. Did I remove it or not? If current it's not. It's in wrong place. Stock remove, it means it will completely remove that position from the stock, and you will not see even with a 0. It will be undefined null. Yeah, by correct, I need to, before I return true, I need to post. Is it? Yeah, inside correct if return true. Let me do it again. Cancel. Yeah. Wow. Remove resource. Why does not it go here? Let me debug it again. Come on. Resource. Fish amount 5, correct. If current resource, yeah. Stock.remove, will it? Stock is a map, I think. Yeah, here it is a list even. If current resource amount it's greater than 0, yeah, changes.add. Okay. Maybe I did not connect it correctly. All cities, let me check if I actually connect to it. Yeah, and can I debug it? And yeah, let me switch to full method body definition. Yeah, return. I don't need to return anything. I just call city stock listener. City stock listener, boom. Events remove, and what's called there? Yes. I think I just don't. You see, I compare the event, but I should compare event.item1. Yeah, you see, that's the problem. Why did it me allowed to compare of different types? Yeah. Yeah, that's a correct logic. Yeah, because you can compare 1 to 3 not equal to 1. You see, it makes no sense. Yeah. Just like it makes no sense to compare tuple to another type. Yeah, so the Flutter code was correct. And let me guess now. Remove resource. And let me, where that did it go? Yeah, city stock listener. Now I passed this check. Yeah, previously I checked if the tuple is not equal to remove. Of course it was not, it returned. Now it's correct. City sold, fish with amount 5. Nice. Let me remove all of these debuggers. Yes, so again, let me show this to you. Which you can watch debug console. City sold with amount 5. 5. You see 5 messages. Okay, good. So we can listen to it. Let me quickly commit it. Initial commit for stock changes. Yeah, so stock cancel. Forgot to stage. Okay, good. I can listen to it. Now a company, instead of printing this, I need some central place to store all of these stats. Yeah, I would call this property, and it will be a new property. Late logger. Yeah, this class does not exist yet, and I would like to logger. It will be a final, late final. Yes, here it will be logger. And let me quickly go to models. I will create a new folder. It will be called logger. Yeah, so maybe I will have to create more classes. Class logger, it does nothing for now. I just want to compile this. Logger, you see it asks for null. Yeah, it will be. Maybe we don't need logger. That's in the constructor. Then what I would like to do is to logger if logger is null. Then my logger of the instance will be a new instance of a logger. Else this logger is, if it is not null, yeah, then I set it to the property of my class. I have not found other way of doing this because I don't have a default value for my logger. Or maybe let's have it. Can I have a const logger? Ooh. So if I have a const, you see, const constructor, then I can, where is my, then I can just do like this. So it will be a required field, this.logger equals const logger. Nice, I don't need this, it's now obsolete, this manual boilerplate. So what happened here, I created a const constructor, and that's why I can use it as a default parameter for my required. It's no longer late. You see it's final, it's not nullable, so that's why I have to provide it in my construction phase in the constructor. And I did it via this.logger equals const constructor to logger. Cool. So logger now has it. And maybe instead of putting this code inside the logger, inside the company, yeah, I would move it to the logger. Yeah, because that's now responsibility of the logger class. Let me import everything. So how will I trace it? And yeah, I removed it, and I think I have a compilation error. Let me switch to it. It will be logger.city lock listener. Nice. You see, I delegated all of these calls to the logger. So my company just tells there is a logger, there is an ambassador for this. I just send messages to the logger, like here is a message from city stock, do whatever you want with it. It's always easy to, you know, to program to architecture when you, as for me, when you are thinking in this message-oriented programming. Yeah, the original OOP idea from the Xerox group, yeah, by the Allen key, that you send messages between objects. Yeah, I sent a message that city stock got some event, do whatever you want, I don't actually care. So how would we accumulate all of this data? And I think it's pretty easy, because, you know, I have this stock event, I have resource, and the resource will tell me it is a fish with value 5. Next time I get it, what I have to do, I have to add it to my previous history, yeah, and it will be a stock, a local stock, and it will be called the bot stock. Let me have it like this. And it will be by default stock. What does it want? It wants some empty What is this? It wants this stock, and this stock is list. Then I have to pass something list from list empty. Yeah, I want it to be mutable, mutable. Not mutable, but growable. Yes, correct. Growable, false. What does it want? Can't define a const constructor with a non-final fields. Final. What does it want again? It is initialized with a non-con. Jesus, these const constructors. I actually hate them. What does it want now? Change this is initialized with non-constant values. You see. Can I have it? Yeah, you see, now it broke it. There is no const constructs behavior subject. It's a factory. Okay, my const, let's go away. That's why maybe with widgets it's usable, but for me, I don't think this. Yeah, let me remove all of these const constructors. Const logger. What else? Yeah, let me return back that strange boilerplate. If logger is null, then this logger is just an instance, new instance. Late final it is now again, late final. Else this logger will be whatever was passed to it. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, no errors. You see, it's pretty simple on a class duck extends class animal, but once you get a real shit in your application, then yeah, maybe there is a way to do this with a const, with all of this, but actually I see no difference. Yeah, logger.dart. And by the way, I still have not seen a benchmark that proves that const widgets, they actually faster. Yeah, they like should be, it will be a compile time data structure, it will be saved to your application executive file, but there is no this. Flutter is so fast that you can just ignore it. Okay, what should we do? If it's not remove. If it's removed, then bot stock dot add resource event dot item 1. Yeah, let's check. Let me reinitialize the game. Yeah, all cities. Where is this? Siege. Nice. Company. Trade. Food. Come on, let's go inside it. City stock listener does not want to go there. City stock listener is this one. Yeah, let me place a breakpoint. And what happened here? It's again not sending logger city dynamic. It's sending it to your own this.logger. I have to reinitialize again. New. Yeah, by the way, strange. It had to. It was a reference. It's dynamic. Let me have something more usable. It will be logger. Yeah, of optional type. Nullable, how it's called in Dart. Okay, let's go to food. I need to reinitialize my company again, because the cities were already created. Nobody will call constructor again for me. Okay, boom, we are here. So city siege, you see. What's event? Tuple, item 1, remove. Item 2, resource, amount 5, fish, good. Actually, let me test it. Yeah. Let me sell fish, salt, honey. Now let's place a breakpoint, bot stock. There should be stock, add resource. Bot stock, iterator 0, stock, why does not it? edit, add resource, bot stock list empty, changes, yeah, there are no. Let's go inside it. Add resource, so what's going on here? Resource and stock, stock.add. I think it's stock listener. Value, what's the value? Stock events add. Okay, let me go. Yeah, you see it does not update the logger. Yeah, maybe still empty. Let's have it like this, maybe. I think it's rows somewhere. Yeah, let me check with this, because usually I use this empty. Bot stock, food, logger. So from where did we come? We come from the new company, city. City is sich, correct? Event is remove. That's good. Final stock, nothing is inside. Let me actually all exceptions. I think it breaks somewhere. Yeah. Let me. Yeah, you see. Resource and stock. Stock first where? What does it tell me? There is no resource. It will return null. It's a try catch inside my code. Let me go. Add resource if stock is null. Stock.add. What's the resource? Fish amount 5. Stock.add. Can I add it? Let me stock.add fish. Null. Yeah, but what's inside the stock? 2 fish, yes. Amount 3 and amount. It added it twice. Yeah, maybe that's because it was called from the debugger. Stock.add 3. Let me. It's invalid range. Cheers. I think that's, yeah, it tries to build an interface. Resource and stock, first where. What does it want to do with it? Okay, let me now disable. Yeah, that's. I try to find if there is something inside. If yes, then. But what happens to the logger? Where is my logger? Logger updated. Bot stock. Let me do it again. Bot stock. Stock with 5 items. Yeah, nice. Now it adds it. Okay, let me cold restart the game. Yeah, cold restart. Switch to English. Okay, let it be Ukrainian this time. Let me go to trade menu. Let me trade it. 5. Let me now. I think I loaded the old game. Or I introduced some bug into my UI, because yeah, you see, yeah, fish is 15, good. Food, bot stock, add resource. Yeah, it's actually dangerous to do this, to modify the state, because it can be reevaluated, and each time it reevaluates, you saw that I modified the stock. I added a new value to it. And actually this stock should not be a list, but should be a set, because there is can be only one position of fish and grain. I will have to modify it. That's my problem as well. 55. Okay, 60. Bot stock, is it empty? Stock, resource, fish, 10 fish, yeah, good. So the problem was with that default value. Let me sell 55 fish. Let me sell 60 fish. So I bought 60 fish. Yeah, 55. Yeah, nice. Yeah, 55 fish because previous I had 50 fish. Now you see it's 105. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's understandable. It works, yeah, but let me return back to this logger. Was the problem really with this empty? I thought that that's the correct way of doing it. Because growable... it's growable false by default. You see? Did they change it or not? Because I remember the growable false, so I cannot add new values to it. That's why it, I think, threw exceptions, but it was swallowed by some try catch somewhere. And this empty constructor, what does it do? I think it will be a growable. Yeah, let's actually go and see Dartpad. Yes, so list A equals list empty. So let me show this to you. Add 1. It should throw, yeah. You see unsupported operation add. Yeah, I think I had the same exception, but it did not throw. I usually use this, growable true. Now I remember growable true. By default it's false, but I can add growable true, come on. Yeah, you see hello blah blah blah. And what happens if I use it like this? Not like this, if it's this synthetic sugar, A is empty array. Yeah, you see it's also, I think previously it was not allowed. Let me print add. I'm more than sure that previously this list, yeah, this constructor, it was immutable. You could not, yeah, you see it, they now allow it. Maybe they changed it or maybe I was wrong. Yeah, okay, that's good that we now discovered it. Yeah, stock. Okay, so I think that's all for now. So as a summary, what we did, we connected stock events. Yeah, so stock events, now they emit a tuple with 2 values. The first one is an event, the second is a payload. So you see it's very simple to very similar to the Redux. I like this approach. Even before Redux was invented by Dan Abramov, I used it. So if you want to read more about the roots of Redux, you have to read Elm architecture. I think that's, yeah, T, it's called T, the Elm architecture. It's pretty solid. It's better to read and understand it instead of this Redux and everything they put on top of it, because it's insane. So what happens now, stock, when I buy something, it means I remove from a city stock. I listen to this event now. You can see it here, all cities. City stock changes, blah, 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 listen. And I pass these values to the logger. Logger is my new class. It will be responsible for storing all of the logs that you do. When you hire a leader, I will connect to it. When you send, for example, there will be an achievement like you sent a wagon 200 times. All of them will have a custom icon for it. I have lots of these real authentic paintings from the 17th century, actually hundreds of the images. I will cut something from them. So resources, what happens when you sell nothing, what happens when you buy. Yeah, you actually increase the stock. Yeah, so there is stock. And by the way, let me try. Salt and honey. Yeah, so now let me do it again. There should be now 3 positions. Yeah, stock. Honey, 20 honey was sold, bought by you already, 20 salt, and 75 fish. Good. That's pretty good. Okay, so you see it connected. Later in the next video I will have a serialize and deserialize logic to this logger. We will save it together with the logger, with the company. So we will serialize this, and maybe in stock let me convert it. Will it be very painful? It should be a set. Whoa, got 42 problems. Okay, let me do it offline. So what was the problem? You saw I had here identical like 3 fishes. Yeah, instead of 1 position for fish, I had 3. That's because list, it does not care if you add identical objects, but in set you can add it only once. Yeah, so I will have to convert it to set, and only 1 fish will be there. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. Next time we will connect maybe leaders, or yeah, we will serialize, deserialize, and connect leader. Yeah, and then I will think about the achievements for all of these actions. So thank you for your attention. Goodbye.